on there. Sorry. We ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's be on the record in case number 2018CR1300, captioned State of Kansas versus Robert Cochran. When the parties announce their appearances, please.
May it please the court, Your Honor, State of Kansas appears through Assistant District Attorney Mark Brinkworth.
Please the court, Your Honor, Mr. Cochran appears by video and with counsel Chris Scott.
All right, we are here set down for sentencing today. Looks like we were all in court by Zoom back on October 21st, at which time the defendant changed his plea from one of not guilty to guilty. The court inquired and accepted that, ordered a pre-sentence investigation and set sentencing for today. I've received that sentencing PSI today. The critical findings are as follows. The sole count of conviction is one of eluding a police officer. That's a severity level 9 person felony. The defendant's criminal history score was found to be that of D as in dog. That would leave him with a sentence that presumes probation and presumes an underlying term of 11, 12, or 13 months. If he has to do that time, he's eligible for 20% good time credit and subject to 12 months of post-release supervision duration. If he's granted probation today, it would be for a period of 12 months to court services. I would ask you first, Mr. Brinkworth, did you have an opportunity to review the PSI, any additions, corrections, or challenges?
I have, and I have none, Judge.
Same question, Mr. Scott?
Judge, yesterday I went through the PSI with my client and we have no objections.
All right. Mr. Cochran, that's true. You got a chance to look at that criminal history worksheet and you're not challenging anything in that?
No, Your Honor, I'm not, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, I will adopt the findings of the pre-sentence investigation for today's hearing. Comments on sentencing, Mr. Brinkworth?
Judge, just ask that you follow the terms of the plea agreement, which was the mitigated end of the box, and that he be granted probation.
All right. Mr. Scott?
Yes, Judge, I have nothing else to add. We'd ask that you'd follow the plea agreement in this case. I do know that Mr. Cochran will, at the appropriate time, be asking his probation officer for an interstate compact, as he does reside in Lexington, Missouri.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cochran, now's your opportunity to tell me anything you want me to know in mitigation of your sentence today.
Sir, I just want to do what I'm being told to do, and I want to do everything right. The interstate compact, I understand, has to go through you and the probation office, but I have spoke to Mr. Scott about that. Other than that, I have nothing else, sir.
All right. So yeah, I won't really have a role in that. The probation officer will. They have to reach out on your request. They'll reach out to the agency there in your locality and ask if they would be willing to courtesy supervise. They almost always do. And at that point, they'll transfer your probation out there. Now, the important thing is until that happens, you need to follow what they're asking you to do here, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Scott, know any legal reason why I should not now proceed to sentencing?
No, Judge.
I think the plea agreement was well worked out here today, and I'm going to follow it. So I will sentence the defendant to a term of 11 months in the Department of Corrections. If he has to do that time, he will be eligible for up to 20% good time credit and subject to 12 months of post-release supervision. His application for probation today is considered and it is granted to adult court services for a period of 12 months. All right, so getting to the cost sheet here. Mr. Cochran, what are you doing for a living these days?
Right now, sir, I'm up here with my parents, and that's the reason why I'm over here in Lexington, Missouri. My father is, he has prostate cancer, and I'm taking care of him. Right now, I'm looking for employment.
Okay. What kind of stuff do you do? Do you have a skill like you're a plumber or a welder or anything like that?
It's HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, sir.
Fantastic. You got your license?
Not yet, sir. I do the, let's say I just do the heavy work. I don't mess with the Freon or nothing like that. I do more of the heavy work, the ventilations and such.
And
All right.
Judge, Mr. Cochran, he's underselling his parents' health situation. He spoke of his dad. His mother also has COPD, and I know she needs his help around the house as well.
All right. I'll try and cut him some breaks here. I'm going to assess, I think he can pay the court costs and supervision fee, but I'm not going to assess any of the attorney fees, including the bids application fee. I'll waive all of that. He doesn't need to pay the database fee because he's already in file from that Leavenworth conviction. So the only things he's going to need to pay are court costs and supervision fee, which come out to about, roughly $320. Mr. Cochran, if I ordered you to pay that at $50 a month, which will get you paid off well before you're off probation, you think that's something you could make?
Yes, sir. I will do my best.
All right. We'll make that order $50 a month, and that should take care of it. All right. So, Mr. Cochran, you have 14 days from today to appeal anything you don't like about your sentence. You may seek expungement of this conviction after a period of time following successful completion of probation. As a convicted felon, it's prohibited for you to own or possess a firearm and any kind of knives that would be considered deadly weapons, dirks, daggers, switchblades, basically things, like I said, that are more weapon type knives than utility type knives. You understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I would ask you, Mr. Brink, what do we know about jail time credit?
Judge, he was in from August 20th to October 29th. I haven't calculated that, but I will before I send off the journal entry.
All right. That sound right to you, Mr. Scott?
Yes, Judge.
All right, he'll be credited all that jail time. Mr. Brinkworth, anything else I've forgotten to cover today?
Don't believe so, Judge.
Mr. Scott?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Cochran, can you take down a phone number for me?
Absolutely, sir.
All right. I need you to call the people over at Adult Court Services and let them know that you were placed on probation today. I'll send your paperwork over there too. They're going to give you some instructions on how to report. The number is area code 913
913
573.
573, sir.
And Carrie, correct me if I'm wrong on this, 2846.
That's correct.
Yeah,
2846.
that's correct. So as soon as we hang up here, you give them a call and they'll tell you what you need to do, okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty, Mr. Cochran, thank you very much. Good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I did calculate that. That's 71 days.
Okay, he'll be granted those jail time credit.
And there's also an order for disposal or release of property. So unless there's an objection from Mr. Scott, I'll be sending that to you as well, Judge.
Sure, I'll look for it.
No objection.
All right. Anything else for our record today?
Nothing further.
We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
Mr. Cochran.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
Thank you.
You bet.